We had done an analysis looking at the best, most rigorous dieting studies out there and looked at the amount of weight people lose in those studies. Is that weight loss tied to actual improvements in health? Because the assumption here is if you lose weight, you'll be healthier. But we're trying to really pull that apart and see, is that actually true? So we're trying to figure out across these very well conducted studies, the amount of weight people lose, is that linked to better blood pressure, better blood glucose, and things like that. And we found really no strong or even any connection between weight loss on a diet and improvements in health. Another thing we found in that study, looking across all of these top-notch dieting studies, is that the amount of weight loss was not even 2 pounds. And so we concluded that perhaps dieting is not an effective cure for long-term weight loss. And really, weight loss shouldn't be the focus anyway, because it's not linking up to these health markers. In the criticism of that study, people said, well, what about the look-ahead study? People are losing weight and keeping it off in that study, so shouldn't we wait for the results of that study before we can conclude that dieting isn't worth it? And so we said, yes, of course. Look-ahead is conducted by Rena Wing, who's one of my research heroes. She's this stellar researcher. If anyone could get people to lose weight on a diet and keep it off, it's her. And if there's anyone I could trust to run a study well, it's her. And so we were all eagerly waiting for the results of this study to see, okay, these people will have lost weight and kept it off for a really long time. Does that relate to lower cardiovascular deaths, lower rates of heart attacks, lower rates of strokes? And in fact, they found that no, even when people lost weight and kept it off, about 5% of their weight and kept it off, they didn't see any lower incidence of strokes or cardiovascular deaths or heart attacks. And in fact, they had to end the study early just because the evidence was so overwhelming that this wasn't creating any sort of cardiovascular benefits. Really, weight loss and the focus on weight loss isn't, in our mind, based on all the good data that we've seen, the surest way to health.